When we read the book of Genesis chapter 3, we see God inviting Moses into the ministry of going back to Egypt to deliver his people. He revealed himself in the wilderness. What can we learn from that? Welcome to CITAM Church Online. My name is Karita Mbagara. I'm the Deputy Bishop of Christ is the Answer Ministries. I think the key thing that we learn from this is that God is everywhere. He is in the places that seem to be forgotten, places that human beings will describe as God-forsaken, because that's where Moses is. He's also in the ordinary life that we live, because Moses was not living a high life. He was not in the high society. At this particular time, he is having a very boring job. He has been employed as a shepherd to take care of sheep, and it is a routine job. There is nothing new. He was accustomed to going to the wilderness to take care of the sheep. But in that space, he encounters God, reminding us that God is in every place, and he speaks to us and meets with us wherever we are found. I think the other thing that I want to point out is that God is watching over us. God is watching over us when we are in the high streets and when we are in the forgotten, the backside of our existence. And I am here to encourage somebody who may be feeling, I am forgotten. No, you are not forgotten, because God is watching over you, and God can get you out of that place to lift you to the greatest possible place. We have many examples in contemporary life. We have many examples also from the scripture. We have to start with Moses, who rises to be the greatest prophet that Israel ever had. Other than Jesus, there was not a greater prophet than Moses in all the history that is recorded in the Bible for the people of Israel. But this is also repeated in the life of another one, David. David was forgotten. When Samuel came to anoint a king in the house of Jesse, he goes through all the sons of Jesse, but God says, these are not the ones that I have chosen. Rather, God said, these are not the ones that I have chosen. And it seems that David is forgotten, but Samuel asks, is there another son? And that's when they remember this son of theirs who is again in the wilderness taking care of the sheep. And he is anointed, he is called and anointed to become again the greatest king that ever rose to be in that position in Israel. Was God watching over David? Yes. But there are lessons that we need to learn. That when we are in those places, one of the cardinal rules is that we must be living right, because God is watching us. And when we are living right, when God has tested us, there is nothing that can stop him from using us, from lifting us from those places. And God is inviting us. He's telling us by this narrative that I have not forgotten you. And here I'm addressing somebody who feels, I am forgotten. There is nothing that can come out of my life. And I'm here to tell you that is not the truth. If you live with integrity in that place where you seem to be forgotten, God is able to lift you. And that can happen suddenly. That can happen very quickly. And it can happen using different means. For Moses, he encounters God. For David, it is a prophet who is sent. And for you, it may be a different means that God is going to use. But God is the one who is in charge, because the whole earth belongs to him, and he's able to get you off the troubles that you have known and take you to high positions and sort out all your issues. But what is important is for you to be living right before him. The other thing that I want to say is that just exalt him, honor him, adore him as you live where you think you are forgotten. because God is still watching you in that place. You are not alone. If this is a blessing to you, and you know somebody who is feeling just what I have been describing, I want to encourage you to share it with him or with her so that they can have the energy to keep on pushing on despite the challenges they may be facing. And if you have never subscribed, please, 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 I ask you subscribe so that we can always notify you when we put out new clips or new videos. And the Lord bless you as you do this. Thank you very much.